Castlevania 30th Anniversary is a graphical hack by Kaya, or Kia, I'm not sure. It replaces all of the graphics in the original Castlevania on the NES with those from a remake for mobile phones in Japan. Not only that, but the author also included new arranged music to replace the existing chiptunes. The README file states that the creators of the music are listed in the tags of the OGG files, but I couldn't see any information about that when I opened them in VLC Media Player, so who knows where they came from. This is actually the second patch of Castlevania to replace the graphics. The previous one used graphics from the MSX2 game Vampire Killer, since they were an improvement on those from the NES, but clearly the more modern mobile phone version has even nicer graphics than that. Apparently there are still some bits remaining from the previous patch, but I would stick with this one. First of all, this isn't a hack in the strictest sense of the word. Sure, some hacking knowledge was required, but this was made possible thanks to Messen, an NES emulator that allows for the use of HD packs. These packs take the form of PNG images with the new graphics, along with a text file detailing where the new graphics must be placed. I'm sure there's some effort to it, but I don't think it's quite on the same level as regular hacking. The previous version used a modified version of Nestopia UE, one of the more popular emulators, to achieve the effect, but thankfully this uses a standard within an existing emulator. Not only that, but as you can see, the effect is, in my opinion, much better this time around. Messen itself is apparently a new addition to the growing library of cores in RetroArch, so playing with this and other HD packs should hopefully be a breeze. Just remember that Messen needs quite a bit more CPU power than your typical NES emulator. Nevertheless, the reliance on Messen may be a downfall of this patch. A real NES cannot play this, and there is so far only one emulator that can, and a relatively new one at that. Naturally, not everyone will be willing or able to play it. Nevertheless, what is here is a nice package. The game itself hasn't changed at all, of course, but seeing an excellent game like Castlevania with a new coat of paint is certainly enjoyable. The music is also a nice addition, although if you're not a big fan of the choices, you can easily replace them with your own OGG files. I'm quite happy to leave them as they are, although they don't always line up that well. There really isn't a lot more to say about this patch. It's an HD remake of a classic NES game, with the original mechanics still sitting underneath. Being stuck on one emulator is certainly going to put a few people off, but if you're going to dust off this old chestnut for another go, you might as well do it with a new lick of paint.